All right, we're filling up water jugs at the old spring, and it takes 1 minute to fill a 3-gallon jug. And we're asked to fill out this table. How long is it going to take to fill a 4-gallon, a 5-gallon, 8, 11, a 13-gallon jug, and how many gallons will we fill in 2, 3, and 4? So just try to fill out the rest of this table. And you're going to look at this and say, oh, well, here's the easy part. If I fill 3 gallons in 1 minute, then in 2 minutes it must be 6 gallons. It's just 3 gallons a minute. That's easy. And 4 minutes at 3 gallons a minute is going to be 12. Well, that's pretty easy. Then you're going to think, oh yeah, here's 3 gallons at 3 gallons a minute. That's 9. Pretty easy. Then you're going to think, oh, but 4 gallons at 3 gallons a minute, how long does it take to fill 4 gallons? That's tough. Actually, it's not. It's actually easier than what you just did. So if you look at it, going in this direction across the table, going from 1 to 3 is times 3, times 3, times 3, times 3. So going the other direction is just going to be the opposite. Divide by 3. And what's 4 divided by 3? 4/3. Fractions to the rescue. 5 divided by 3? 5/3. Fractions to the rescue. We have 8/3, 11/3, and 13/3. Okay? And it'd be probably useful to know that like 4/3 is 1 and an extra third. And 5/3, that's 1 and 2 extra thirds. So, but all we have to do is just take this number and figure out what's the biggest multiple of 3 that goes into it. Or, I suppose, if you want to cheat a little bit, I just go in here and I go, for example, 13/3. I go 13, ABC 3, and I get 4 1/3. So it'll do that work for me. Alright, and then they want us to graph our progress here. So let's see. There's one, and notice on my graph, by the way, I put my labels, time, and also what time is measured in, minutes. And over here, volume, and what volume is measured in, gallons. Right? So let's see. And by the way, I mean, time. Pretty much anytime you're using time, you put time on the x-axis. That's just kind of standard. Doesn't have to be, but it's pretty standard. So let's see. We've got 1 to 3. 1 minute, 3 gallons. Let's spot the easy ones first. 2 to 6. So 2, 6. We've got 3, 9, and 4, 12. So 3, 9, and 4, 12. All right. Hold on. I'm going to go get myself a nice ruler. I'll be right back. Look at this nice ruler I found. You know, actually, I remember I found this at the end of the school days laying on the floor. Some kid did not want this ruler. Let's see. So I'm trying to line up here. These points. There we go. Looks good. I guess I'll put a little arrow there because, I mean, we could keep filling jugs, right? Now let's look for these other ones. Let's see. 4/3 and 4. So 4/3 is 1, and extra third, and up 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. That is the point. 4/3, 4. How about 5/3, 5? Well, that would be, there's 1 and about 2/3. We travel up right here is 5/3, 5. And how about 8/3? So that's let's see, 2 and 2/3. So it's 1, 2. And then something's going wrong here. Oh, it's awfully blurry. If I zoom up, do a little. See. Okay. So that's 1, 2, and 2/3, kind of over here somewhere. We travel up to the graph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So this is 8/3 comma 8. What else we have? 11 thirds and 11. So 11 thirds is, let's see, that's 3 and 2 thirds. So 1, 2, 3, and then 2 thirds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 thirds. 11, and we had one more. Let's see, we had 13 thirds and 13. So 13 thirds, let's see, that's 12 is 4, so 4 and 1 third. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you have 13 thirds and 13. There we go. So all our points are graphed. Do we have any additional questions? Okay. Oh, yes. By the way, we do, because we're filling jugs. So we could fill for any amount of time we want. And so we connect the dots with a line which shows that even though we only plotted certain points, we could have plotted all the points in the middle. Now, some graphs aren't like that. Sometimes you might graph, something happens. We'll come across situations where along the x-axis there are things that happen once or twice or 3 times, but they don't happen 2.5 times or something like that. So then you don't really want to connect the dots because there is no number in between that should be graphed. Let's see. Yeah. So remember, for your process for filling out this table, when you had time, it was pretty easy. When you have volume and you had to work backwards to time, it looked hard, but it's not. All you have to do is just write your answer as a fraction. Figure out what's the process for working backwards from volume to time, and then use fractions. Right? And then you can use your calculator to figure out what those fractions are, because you'll get improper fractions, and you can turn them into mixed numbers pretty easily with the calculator to kind of figure out where they are on the grid. All right, there we go. That's filling water jugs.